I have been living here for 5 months. Ooh, my nails are terrible. Yes, I've been living here for 5 months now, and I like it. It's okay, I don't love it. But this video, I'm going to share the top 5 things that I do love about Spain, and the top 5 things that I don't love so much. Alright, stay tuned. Number 1. Okay, so the number 1 thing, this really shouldn't be the number 1 thing, this is really sad actually, but the number 1 thing that I love about Spain is the quality of shopping. The shopping here is so good. If you are like me and you love yourself a Zara, come to Spain, because Zara here is so freaking affordable. It's amazing. I just love Zara so much. The sales at Zara, Pull & Bear, Primark is a hit or miss, but for the most part you can find some really good deals. Just the shopping here is really amazing. Okay, so my number 1, this is so ridiculous. Let's just say that these aren't in any particular order, because it's not like something that's so terrible. It's just something that I dislike, and that's the fact that there are no dryers really here. I mean, I'm sure people have dryers if you have like a home or like a house, but most people live in like flats. So yeah, I haven't really seen too many dryers, and maybe you're thinking like, oh my god, having a dryer is not a big deal. Yes, it makes a difference. Of course you can dry your clothes, like air drying them, but you know what happens when you air dry all of your clothes? You're left with hard, crispy, crunchy clothing. Oh, and the other thing, without a dryer, there's no way to get rid of the lint in all of your clothing. I mean, sure, you can buy one of those like lint roller things, and like, that doesn't do anything. When you have a full like Christmas sweater covered in lint, it's like you don't want to wear it anymore. You just need a dryer. I just need a dryer. I just need to dry my clothes. So my number 2 like or love here at Spain is, it's the nightlife. Ooh, let me tell you, the nightlife here is fun. My number 2 love also brings me to my number 3 love, but I'll save that until after my number 2 dislike. Number 2 thing that I don't like about Spain, that I probably hate about Spain, is the staring. Why are you staring at me? Why? At first I thought maybe it's like you haven't seen any black people. No, there are black people. I live in Madrid. The capital of Spain. It's not that Spanish that people don't see black people. I see black people every day here. So why are you staring at me? And at first I was like, okay, you know, sometimes it's like sort of in a compliment way. It's like, when I know my outfit is slaying and people are like, oh, who is she? You know, who is that? Who is she? And I'm like, okay, I get it. And the other times, just like for no reason, like, it's not everyone. I'd say like 90% of people don't stare at me, but that 10% of people that do stare, like, they next level stare. It's just really weird. It's just weird. Why are you staring at me? I'm gonna be okay. Where was I? Number 3 thing that I love about Spain, and that, as I was kind of talking about before, but not really, with number 2 and like the loving the nightlife, and it was leading into number 3. Remember? So as I was saying, with the number 2 leading into number 3, I enjoy the nightlife so much because I enjoy Spanish people. So number 3 would have to be, in general, Spanish people. I just think they're so just kind and loving in this sort of family environment. Kids here are out all times of day and night with their family. Like, you know, if I go out tonight, 2 a.m., whatever, I'm gonna see kids out with their family. You know, it's just like everyone has this great, wonderful kind of community vibe. And it's just a really, really nice and safe place to live and to raise a family. So I love that about Spanish people. And at the school that I work at, I feel like I'm so lucky to be there, because for the most part, all of my co-teachers are so kind to me. My students are like, you know, of course they have their days and their moments where I'm just like, but for the most part, like, I absolutely love and adore them. After school, I do private classes. That's another video. And my private class students as well, and their families, just been super accepting and open and kind to me. And so, being so far away from home, I'm grateful to be in a place where at least I'm surrounded by nice people. So dislike number 3. You're gonna be mad at me for this one. A few of you are gonna be mad at me for this one, but a few of you also know where I'm going with this one. Number 3, dislike in Spain is the food. How do you move to Spain and not like the food? Coming here, I had such high expectations of Spanish food. I thought, oh, I'm gonna have sangria and paella and be happy and blah 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 blah, seafood blah blah blah. And yeah, sangria is amazing. Paella, I've yet to have paella that I loved. I've yet to have any Spanish food that I loved.
I just want to reiterate, I don't hate Spanish food. I'm just not impressed by it. It's okay.
The number 4 thing that I love Spain is the weather. Not really much to say about the weather. It's just really amazing. I haven't been here during like the middle of the summer. I hear it's unbearably hot and everyone leaves Madrid and goes down to the beach, so I probably wouldn't love that. But as far winter in Madrid. It's just perfect. It really is just amazing. Yeah, it gets cold here, but it's not unbearable. Unless you're up in the mountains, it's not going to snow. For most of the winter, I wore just kind of like, I had like a heavy sweater with like a light jacket on top, and I'd be fine. So, you know, if you're looking for a very mild, you know, enjoyable winter, Spain's got it. So my number 4 dislike of Spain, let me just double check, is the lack of customer service. Doesn't exist here. You can be waiting in line and you'll be next, and there'll be a line of people behind you, and the people working at the counter will just be casually having a conversation in front of you and leave you to wait for as long as they please. And you'll just stand there and they'll just chit chat about this and that and nothing, and you'll just stand there and get a little bit more angry. I'll just chit chat like it's no big deal, like you have nowhere to go, you have nothing to do with your time but stand there and wait for them to finish their conversation. It's just amazing. And doesn't matter if you're at a restaurant, a store, people take their time. They're in no rush to be of service to you. They're in no rush to help you. They'll get to you when they get to you. It can be frustrating. Almost finished. And my number 5, love. This one I actually really do love about Spain, and it's the public transportation. It's not much to say as well. It's just really good. And they have night buses, so even when the metros stop running at night, you can get a bus that'll take you home. It's just, I don't know. Public transportation here is really good. And if any of you who are watching this are coming from Philadelphia, which I'm convinced SEPTA is the worst public transportation system in the entire world. It's it's awful. I can't even find the words. I want to find like the worst word possible to talk about SEPTA. The worst word you can think of to talk about SEPTA, you know, leave it in the comments. Let me know. But yeah, so Madrid is amazing. You never have to wait more than like 10 minutes for a metro. If you're waiting for a bus, the absolute longest you'll have to wait for one is 30 minutes if you just happen to miss one and it's late at night. But for the most part, everything is running smoothly, quickly. They keep coming one after the next. If you get to your train and you just miss it, no big deal. Another one's coming in 6 minutes. So public transportation here is beautiful. Okay, and the very last thing that I dislike about Spain, which also isn't really a big deal or something to really hate about Spain, so I wouldn't say I hate it, it's just something that I'm not too fond of, and that's the dog poop everywhere. At home, or at least where I'm from in Philadelphia, you see often these signs that say like, pick up after your dog or there's going to be a $500 fine. And I used to think like, man, that's so ridiculous. Like someone doesn't pick up after their dog and they're given, a fine. And now here when it's like, instead of like the yellow brick road paved with gold, it's like the brown brick road paved with poop. And it's just like everywhere. And it stings and it's just, especially on my block of Residential Street, when everyone and their mom here has a dog and half the people pick up after their dog. It's just, it can ruin your day stepping in some of that, hot caca. Yeah, so number 5 thing that I don't like about Spain is the dog poop. Okay, so we have finished with my top 5 things that I love and don't love so much about Spain. Thank you so much for sticking with me and listening. I hope this was helpful, for any reason whatsoever, I don't know. And if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, also please give it a thumbs up. And please subscribe for more videos.